Funky Tom.
Why does Funky Tom sound like that?
Because he's
Sounds like
funky.
Flesh Boy.
Take you to Funky Tom.
Okay, it's recording, by the way.
Oh, cool.
How embarrassing.
That was the biggest, what are you doing with your life from John?
That was very much like, John's like, I want to go home.
Essentially.
So, previously on Roll Over and Die, we met Beren, who successfully rescued Mike from the collapsing dome of Lumberghost, whilst witnessing some quite horrific maulings of the Lumberghostians and a very weird death of Parter's Pongo bear as it got crushed to death by a falling bee. Thank you, Josh. Moving on from that, they teamed up, Beren having some inside knowledge to the Hydra that is sort of a rare species, much more powerful than your regular one. Knowing that his uncle had been fabricating something to defend the land, he convinced the party to come with him back to his uncle's place and to revitalise and reforge this mechanical creature. They decided to augment it, make it more skirmisher-based, more lithe and fast, and upon its animation, it latched on to Beren, which wanted it to imprint upon himself, forming quite a close bond with the creature, whose name is Colonel Chip. They exited Uncle's place, introduced Beren to their animal companions, and set off on a nice piggyback ride across the countryside. But the eagle-eyed Colonel Chip spotted a dull flame in the forest, and upon approaching, they realised that there are two figures camped out, one on guard and one hooded and hunched over the flame. They decided to send in their sort of ambassadorial segment to negotiate. It got a bit frosty at the beginning, but they won them over with the promise that they would help them with their mission, and that's where we left off. So that's over with, ready to roll over.
Something to me about sucking a cookie.
I said you shouldn't have to suck a cookie. That's all I said.
There's an ongoing debate about party rings.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
shouldn't have to
Why
suck
are you
a cookie.
sucking pie ring?
That's how she said I should eat it.
You eat it.
You do suck pie ring.
If
You
put the
should
sugar
side
side
down.
down. Am I right?
Put
That's
sugar
what I'm
side
saying.
down. It's the way to eat it.
Exactly.
See? You shouldn't have to do that.
And an American had the audacity to say it's just chalk.
Audacity.
I think the best way to
Did you
eat
not
party
have
rings
these
is
when you were younger?
prepubescence
No.
and then
That's
perhaps
true.
after.
But the colours are so great.
Dude, look at that's like a pale dead pink.
They were pretty back when we had emails. Back when Smarties were good.
I'm you, Jamie Oliver.
Yeah, what a fucking arsehole.
Wanker.
That's our hot take for this episode.
What do they make of Chip?
as far as I'm aware, when they sort of approach the remaining crew, the first sight they probably would see is both Mike and Chip stroking each other's faces.
Cool.
So it takes them back a little bit.
Takes me back
It's a
to
bit weird.
They're dead people and they think we're weird.
We are stroking each other, apparently. I say we. You are. I'm just a
You're a pig.
bore. Just
something my style, man.
So everyone rejoins you and Colonel Chip. Colonel Chip waves at you.
Oh, yeah.
How did the talk go, Daddy?
You know, yeah, no, it was pretty good. We've found some friends who are going to help us on our mission, and then in return we're going to help them, because helping each other and sharing is an important value for mutually respectful beings.
Does you rock?
Oh, that's thanks.
I found it on the floor.
Right, yep. Do you think it might be happier there, or am I supposed to keep this?
You keep it. It was a gift from me, your son.
Smashing. Okay.
You can put it in this bag with the elf and the arms.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you like him, by the way? Is he a...
No.
No.
Oh,
okay.
did you?
Good.
Thanks.
Just covered in metal parts.
Yeah.
Like his face is above like all the machinery trying to breathe.
Is it metal? I thought they were like actual limbs, like Frankenstein limbs.
Well, they're kind of like biomechanical.
Flesh boy.
So
Flesh
fleshy metal parts.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
think like a metal exoskeleton.
We could make a new flesh boy. A flesh friend.
With what?
The flesh parts in my... Nope. I will not finish that sentence. I don't need
feel like
that
that's
as a
Do not finish that.
soundbite. Thank you.
Because you know I'm collecting them.
Yep, I know you're collecting them.
Not that.
That's the inappropriate things he says to me.
You do hear
In general, not to you.
the guardsman with the blue eyes lean over to his friend and go, I think the dwarf is the father to that metal creature somehow. Are you sure about that? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's more like a foster relationship. It's complicated.
We can respect that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Cool.
Hey, Chip,
These are our dead friends.
they're gonna come help us fight the dragon, and then they might possess you. Maybe not. Let's go.
What does Brazeres mean?
Love.
I love them.
Let's go fight a dragon.
That was easy.
Sure.
Sure, yeah, let's press on.
Okay.
I might try and drop back
Yeah,
the chip and just be like, listen, just trying to explain the difference between possession and love. Because I feel like that's quite important.
That may have repercussions later in his life.
Yes.
Very well. You set off. It only takes you another sort of hour and a bit. This is the shorter route, of course, though more direct and dangerous. And you come upon the outskirts of what used to be Lumbercast. Since you were here, sort of about half a day ago, the town has been torn to pieces, and most of the inhabitants have fled or been eaten. The Hydrakönig lays curled up at rest in the middle of the broken arena. One of its heads occasionally pops up over the wreckage to look around. The cage with the prisoners is still lodged under the broken arena, a mere 30 feet from where the monster rests currently. Trapped but alive, all the prisoners can do is stay quiet and unmoving in the hopes that the beast leaves without ever noticing them.
Should we
I'm assuming-
sneak up?
I'm assuming by this point as well, my animal spell's gone.
Your wild
A
shape.
few hours, isn't it?
I think wild shape is permanent until you change back or go to sleep, I believe.
Permanent.
Is this what you want? Is this
For
what
now.
you know?
Is this what you choose? Your new
Um,
life example.
Is there a smarter way to do this, or should we just...
Sneaky sneak.
Well, I mean, it's asleep. We should try and use that as best
Makes
we
sense.
can.
Should we send Chip in?
I think it's safe to say he's a little bit green. A little
Me
bit.
too. I'm a wizard.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean. I meant inexperienced. I didn't mean to cast a spell. Oh, God.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
I am copper and red. I am copper and red and black.
Yeah. No. It was. Do you know what an idiom is?
I
He's
am
an
green.
idiom.
I am green.
Yeah. But, okay.
Pip is red.
I'm red.
I am white with blue veins.
Okay. Let's all do
I
our
am red and black and copper.
plan. I'm sort of a lot of beiges.
I love our two new friends.
They love you.
I knew it.
Do they say anything to that? Do
No,
they
they're
do?
very standoffish.
Oh.
Like,
You're making
Maybe
me look uncool.
you two should go ahead and lead the way.
I believe this is your fight.
I believe you promised
So
to
you
help
should.
us.
I did.
Are you still a ball?
Yeah.
Whenever
do-
it's good to
if we sneak in, you want to use your sneaky sneak?
Yeah, should I just try and put him to sleep? Like properly? Knock him out?
Oh, I meant the sneak spell, but
Who?
Oh,
try
pass
that
that
then.
trace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
can
then
we?
put him to sleep.
and then put both.
Yeah.
Who's going to put to sleep?
Dragon.
He's already
Hydra.
asleep.
Properly
He's asleep.
Like unconscious.
FYI, with the B shape, it lasts for 2 hours, but you recharge every short rest. The trek through the swamp would become a new short rest for you. So you're back up to 2 wild shapes. You're back
Even
to
arms.
looking for Parter now.
Cool.
But you're available to use 2 more wild shapes, by the way.
Are you still searching for truffles as Potter?
Also, Pip,
Yeah, I don't
you
realise
notice
what
that
I'm doing.
at least one of its head is constantly like on the lookout,
Yeah.
whilst the other 6 sleep. So
it's
one of them
like,
will pop up and have a look around, and then like slither back down again.
Do I know if I did manage to touch it and make it pass out, it would affect the whole body, or would it just affect one?
Roll a nature check.
A nature check. I rolled a 4.
Um,
-1.
Ruh-roh.
so
So a 3.
You think
What's wrong with low rolls?
there's only one real way to find out?
It's bad.
I thought that would be the answer.
Yeah.
Do we all want to go and try and rescue your brother, or should we all not stick together?
I think we should stick together in the face of a seven-headed dragon.
Yeah, but if we stick together, I feel like our sneakiness.
But Pip
Goes
has his sneak spell.
Does that-
I
does
just,
that
I
work
just
for
think
everybody?
that while,
I can
while
try
it's
that.
asleep, we have advantage, okay? So one or more can go try and rescue
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
people,
We
and
can do
then
that.
the rest of us can stab Sam.
Distract.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
Distract and sleep.
That sounds good.
they seem safe enough right now because they're just staying small and quiet, and it's easy to rescue them if we've already dealt with the thing. Surely, I think we should try and coordinate. Chip,
Yes.
do you, I don't suppose the name Gunter Dunderstadt means anything to you.
I saw his name in some of the notes before we left
Okay.
home.
There's no easy way to tell you this, but he's your real father. We'll come back to that.
Daddy, no.
Okay, no, forget I said anything. I was just thinking. I was hoping maybe he built you to fulfill a purpose.
Is it to love and give presents?
That and also, you see the really big thing over there.
He looks at the sky.
Yeah, we. I can't. I'm too short.
Lasso.
Yeah, sort of like winch his head down. We need to either incapacitate or kill that thing. Do you naturally have any inkling whatsoever as to how you might do that? Where it might be weak? I described to him what I've seen. Like it's got
Okay.
acid breath. The growing back of the heads. The this. The that. The other.
So Colonel Chip seems to sort of stop, sort of mid. He's relatively animated most of the time, but he just stops when you ask him for like raw data like that, and then he just reels out like a lot of what your nature check. Actually, let's roll for it. Yeah, so he reels out quite a lot of them, and also that when it regrows its head, it also regains hit points as well. So it's regenerative. But it does have certain weaknesses.
Amazing.
Which are
It's
Well,
buffering.
someone's like
I reboot my son.
Turn off and on again. Yes, fire damage. So it seems to have a weakness to fire. And as it informs you this, it loads the crossbow that's mounted to its arm, and there's a small, like a ignition switch that comes out of the back of its palm, and then ignites the bolt on the crossbow,
Nice.
holy shit.
like a flamethrower. Like,
Chip, you are smarter than you look.
Oh.
But you look great, so you must be very clever.
What
Ain't
he
that
said.
right?
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
I stroke his face.
thank you, Ayo.
Chip, get that bow, fire it at the dragon.
Wait.
No.
Who do you take orders from?
Oh, hold on.
My friend.
Oh, your
Yeah,
father.
I mean, friends don't give orders. Friends ask favours.
Okay,
Go on, chap.
I mean,
are you asking me as a favour?
You didn't even say please.
Don't say just.
surely we need to hit this with a lot of fire, not just the one.
One
I
arrow.
also
The
think
one.
I thought you
dead.
said we get. I thought you said we go get your uncle's friend, bring him here, and he'll win.
You mean my brother?
Your
Your son.
Your
What?
brother's son's uncle's son friend.
Look,
I think you're confused.
I am confused. I've been
I'm
a
a-
bore for the last 4 hours.
look, I'm a dwarf. We've got big families, and even I'm confused.
Bring Flesh Boy,
His
Yeah.
son.
who's been your son.
Yeah.
Chip.
Yeah.
He's
To
been
save his
made.
brother.
You
Yeah.
said he's been made to come and
Yeah,
save us from
but
Dragon Man.
we also want to
Yeah.
save
His brother.
his brother.
Oh.
He's okay. Yeah. So we need to set enough of it on fire that the Hydrakönig dies. but not so much of it that it also kills everyone. In
Chap.
My uncle is over there.
What?
there. Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah,
your
no,
brother.
he's, yeah.
Your brother.
Okay.
Do you want?
Can we just get a family tree
I
going?
feel like it might be a bit
Yes.
of a like
Get a
death
stick.
wish. But if I cast Pass
We
Without
go back
Trace
400
on myself
years.
Yeah.
That's
and
all I
sneak
need.
in
For
And
dwarves, it's
try
like
and
only
see-
like one generation.
him,
Yeah.
Can you
yeah.
take people
Oh, yeah.
with you?
what?
Can you take people with
Just a
you?
tall tree.
Because maybe we
Tall
should,
stick.
like you said, if we're splitting up, a party goes to save them,
Mm-hmm.
and a party waits, so that we're still being stealthy, but
Yeah.
you're not going in there completely alone.
So
Would it be
who's
wor-
got, I was gonna say who's got fire either spells or
I have,
fire stuff to throw at it.
I have
I-
one fire smite.
I have fire. Would it be worth distracting
I
the
have
Hydra to
fire.
have him
I think that's a good point.
I've got
have him
Flomblade.
run down the road?
You got what?
Flomblade.
Flomblade.
That's
Long
mine.
board.
That's mine. Can we distract the Hydra to have him saunter off after
I mean,
a
there's no way-
distraction?
I mean, you can definitely plan that.
Let's plan that.
Do we want to plan that?
Oh, if it's distraction you're after, that's probably about the one thing I can do. Yeah.
Let's do that.
I've got a yeah.
Are
If
you
you
gonna...
can do that, I've got a minor illusion. But if we can actually distract
Okay,
him
no,
better,
Who's on team distraction?
I've got also got fire.
I'm on
Okay,
team distraction.
Then us three, if you don't want
Team
to be on it,
sneak.
team sneak, rescue
What are you
mission.
doing?
Even though we have no idea
I would
what the brother
rather
looks like.
help people.
Okay.
We do that.
That's a
Could you give us a full
Didn't you just say to shoot
thorough
him?
description of your brother?
I forget myself sometimes.
Yeah, he's a dwarf. He looks remarkably like me.
He goes by the name Balmer.
Balmer.
Yeah, answers to Balmer, very friendly. This, but with not so much hemp.
Yeah,
He's not a druid, is what I'm trying to say.
he's a fighter.
Do you know if the cage he was in was locked?
I imagine he would have tried that.
Do you know? I'll ask my question again. Do you know how it was locked?
No,
You've got a
No.
bunch of keys.
to my uncle. I don't think my uncle loved him. I mean,
Plot
sure.
twist.
And you don't know he's been missing.
Have you seen him in the cage?
Yeah, I mean, I've been staking this place out for
Is
a
it
few days. That's why I
definitely
know
your brother?
about the
Is
yeah,
your
it's
uncle-
my brother. I've been watching for a few days to try and get the guards' patterns, see when the Hydrakönig sleeps, see if I can sneak in, get my brother out. See, it didn't work. Even when you came in and just started,
Drinking.
drinking.
Hey, I gave you a drink as well.
You took
After I
him.
took yours.
Yeah.
Anyway, the dragon thing.
Okay.
hmm
I think at this point,
Good
if there's no
deflection.
guards, we can just destroy the cage
Yeah.
and take him out.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we gonna distract him?
Smash it like you smash heads.
How are we gonna distract
I've got a minor illusion.
him? Of what?
The sex god.
Well,
You missed
don't
it.
get distracted.
There was a moment in a church.
Yeah, it was a
I'm-
sexy church, but
I've been blessed by the sex god.
Oh yeah, I
well,
forgot about that.
we could
Yeah, when's that going to come in useful, actually?
Yeah, DM. When is that gonna come in
He
useful?
Oh,
told you
my
the
God.
benefits.
I was doing the benefits. Did you write them down?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you
when
got
do
them.
they come into use?
I don't
And
know,
you already
when
got
I
your puppy
get
back
to-
as well.
Oh, you can use them right now if you want to.
Okay, so leather working tools.
Yep. Yeah, proficient in making leather.
Gift of shadows, shape of shadows, and slip in
Shape of shadows.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess you need to know what those mean.
I do.
Oh.
Unless they can help me now. I don't. Need
I mean,
to
if
know
you're being
what they are.
stealthy, they would. If you're not, then they probably won't.
We'll find out how we're going to distract them, and then I'll
Okay.
come back to
Have-
you.
I've got pass without trace and a +7 stealth, so I think we're fine with that. I think it's
Have-
more the distraction.
Have we seen the Hydra like do we have a sense of how fast it can move?
It hasn't left the confines of the structure yet, so no,
Okay.
you're not really entirely sure. And
So
you
we
haven't
can-
really
we can
seen
test
it
this
mobile.
out.
They've kept it mostly.
We can have some
If
fun
it's
with this.
chained up, if they're leading it to the swamp, or they keep it in that domed cage inside
Alright.
the dome.
So Team Distract should probably make the first move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say the more distraction, the better.
Yeah.
I mean, distraction's a binary state, but you know what I mean? Like, let's be really distracting.
I definitely know what binary means.
Both of them said a lot of
Why don't you
words.
explain the chip?
Yeah, for the chip. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I forgot Chip's name.
Chip.
Chip.
Binary boy.
So our plan.
Okay.
Let's make a distraction. I can cast a minor illusion to be in the eyesight of the one that's awake.
Mhm.
Is the one that awake noticeably awake, or is he just like
occasionally
opened his
just like
eyes?
it just periscopes up, looks around, and then kind of slithers back down again.
What did he eat the most of when
People.
you were just people?
He's eating
I would-
a lot of people.
I-
To be fair, that's the only thing that was being fed, really, apart from the occasional beast.
Okay. So I think my casting distance, is
By the way, Mike, you also have this cantrip now.
I know. I'm just sorry. I was waiting to see what he comes up with. I think, do I have a better plan?
Okay.
that's the one that disappeared.
Gives the shadows, when you make a charisma performance check or
So I
dexterity
have
stealth
8.
check, you can roll one intuition die, a d4,
One of my spells
and add
disappeared.
it as a
I'm
number of the
supposed to have
roll of the
8,
ability check.
and
That's your
minor
gift to the
illusion
shadows.
disappeared.
And slip into shadows, you can use the hide action as a bonus action, even if you have no cover or if you're under direct observation. So you literally just slip into shadows in front of someone's eyes. Regardless of whether you succeed or fail, once you use this ability, you can't use it until a short or long rest.
Okay.
So you can literally just melt into shadows in front of people's eyes.
I melt into shadow.
Baron, maybe
No.
he would like to eat a good berry.
They are quite. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
They are
They're
quite good.
quite
Oh,
good.
and it's the only. I mean, it will sustain you for the whole day. That doesn't mean you're full, though.
Which means you don't have to eat,
Yeah,
but if you're ravenous.
it probably will.
If you're going to distract it,
Yeah.
are we expecting it to follow it? Because do we
Yeah.
want to attack it as well?
No. We want to have it move along so they can go get his brother, and then we could all attack, or it could just chase this thing down the road,
We could
and we'll
sell it.
never see it again.
And it's someone else's problem.
yeah, and then we'll
How far can your,
30 feet,
so it will run 30 feet down the road? And you're-
Yeah.
but then
you're-
disappear. So then it get like cats with
Oh,
laser pointers.
Stuff.
okay.
You can tell you got a dog. Like cats with
Cats just run down the road. I see it all the
Some
time.
cats
Say
with-
it's still running to this day.
Cats with keyboards. That's how they are.
Why don't we try and distract it and run it into a bottleneck? So,
It's got 7 of them.
Oh, we can tie up the heads.
yeah. Just get it to run into an ambush. Why do we have to take the fight to it? Let it come to where we are ready to,
And we can sneak attack it.
whatever you do.
Okay.
We
I
can do a
cry
lot of that.
and I puke.
He does that.
I
He
wish
does
It's
that
his thing,
so
it's his
much.
thing.
Okay. Is it,
It's not going to be helpful.
All right, so do
Sometimes you get angry inside, you do things that I don't like.
Okay,
all right,
But-
yeah.
so sneak attack team, or not sneak attack team, distraction team.
Distraction team.
Yep.
Do we want to form a sneak attack to distract?
Are you trying to get in on
To-
our sneak attack now?
No, wait, hold on.
Okay, come on, let's go on.
Team
We can
distract
do
the
better.
snake.
We're really
We
good at
do
making
plans.
plans.
What was your idea?
Oh, I can get the attention of the Hydrakönig,
Yeah.
and then I can run somewhere,
Yeah.
and it'll follow.
Can you outrun it?
I don't think we can.
Also,
Kill
it has
this thing
acid
one-on-one.
range.
Yeah, I mean, look, I look at it this way. I can make myself hard to hit, and
Art to hit.
it's
Okay.
kind of, I don't want to meta this, but basically I've got mirror image and then misty step, so I
Okay.
can be hard to hit, and then I can.
This is Johnny. Hard to hit.
Mhm.
Hand to Johnny, that's what
Hit
they say.
me. Hard to hit.
If you're doing sneak attack instead of distraction, then I should probably stay.
Yeah.
If you two are.
I feel like if we're doing sneak attack, we should all just
Yeah, I agree.
Sneak
let
attack.
loose.
Okay.
Hope your brother survives it.
I guess if we're luring him away from the place where your brother is,
Hmm.
he might have a chance of surviving the wreckage.
This is basically
Yeah.
a head per body, right?
I mean, there's.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm
if,
saying.
if Flesh Boy has the other head,
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
keep forgetting about Flash.
Yeah.
But we can't cut off the head, remember?
Yeah,
Unless
because then
we're going to burn
Yeah.
it, right?
okay, and
we have to burn it off.
You do your thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't burn nothing. I'm afraid it's.
I got meteor.
I can burn stuff.
So
I got
have
dragon's breath.
Searing Smite, which is Bernie.
And you got what is moonbeam
It's radiant.
heat?
Radiant.
Or radiant.
Heat.
Not fire.
I've only got.
Dumb moonbeam.
Hmm.
If somebody chops off one of the heads, we can sear it.
I
shut.
think we should cross that
But
bridge.
then
when
it'll
we
just
come
grow
to
back. No chopping
No,
off
no, you
heads.
can sear it shut because it's fire.
No.
Right?
I think
We
there
don't
might
even
be some
try
magic
chopping it
to that.
off.
I think we should just,
Just
start
burn it.
start moving it, and then once we're in initiative, then we can just start attacking it. I think that's
Instead of just trying to save your brother. We're
He's
back at
gone.
square
He's
one. I'm so
gone.
sorry.
I mean, right now that thing could not be parked any closer to my brother
That's true.
if it tried. He's doing the right thing. He's staying small. Do you have a
choice?
Yeah, I walked right into that one, didn't I? See, I'm a dwarf. I'm not used to ducking. But he's staying quiet, and so for him, we can, things will only get better if we do.
Something.
Just,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Let's.
Let's do
Once
something.
he finds us.
I'm glad that you have told us you have magic, because when, as a druid, you told us your plan was to run around, I thought you were going to turn into a pig. Just run around.
I mean, that is an option.
That was mostly Aya's experience with druids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I mean, if that would make you feel more
I
comfortable.
mean, I feel like there's better plans out there.
Okay. A pig probably can run faster than a dwarf. I'll work it out. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay, let's do this.
Done.
You're up.
Okay.
So, what's the plan?
My plan is to walk directly into the line of sight of the Hydrakönig.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good to me.
And then
For me,
flawless.
once it has taken notice of me,
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Mirror Image and run like hell.
Cool. How close would you like to try and get before you want it to notice you? Is the question. Do you want to be quite far away, or do you want to be quite close to him?
Somewhere we should be.
But
So.
I hadn't really thought about that. I guess my plan was to just approach it until it starts coming after me,
Okay.
and then leg it.
Because by virtue of like hanging back in the tree line, you can
Mm.
kind of emerge
Oh,
at
I
any point
see.
and be like, oh, I want to be 30 feet away from it, or like 200 feet away from it, like waving at it in the distance.
Let's call it. I want to be like 80 foot away from it.
Yeah,
It's just
sure, you
like
can
I
do
want to. I want to become visible around 80 foot away from
Yeah.
it. Give myself a little head start.
Because the construction of the arena is so much that there's a lot of like larger buildings that encircle it. So there's a lot of destruction around there. So it's quite
Yeah.
easy to pick your way through all the debris and kind of poke your head out, like 80 feet away from it, and just then start legging it out of town.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'll just sort of make
Groovy.
myself conspicuous.
Yeah,
Um,
just wave your arms.
Yeah.
And
in the
then run.
meantime, what are we doing?
So if we just are we just trying to hit it with as much fire damage as we can?
But I mean, just are we in a circle waiting?
I say
Hiding
spread
behind
out.
trees?
Yeah, different angles.
We should be spread out.
Yeah.
I mean, I know roughly where you are.
Okay.
I'll head for that and see what my son does.
What would you like us to do?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you set fire to anything? I'm not there anymore. Really, I'm
Okay.
sneaking away.
Do
Sorry.
you have any fire abilities? Do you have any fire?
We are undead. We're relatively averse to fire.
Quite cold people.
What?
This isn't gonna work. It's fine. Please just help us do damage to the body of this Hydra.
We're both quite good at melee.
Just don't chop off its head,
Why not?
because they'll grow back
Ah,
stronger and twice as much.
Just go stab.
I can try and wither it.
What do you mean?
It's a withering touch. Does necrotic damage.
Sure. Sounds good.
That sounds fine.
How are you
Yeah.
with acid?
It's not great. This corporeal body will be very susceptible to being burnt.
Steer clear of its acid breath.
Thank you.
No problem. Why are they dead?
They're dead.
Yeah. Where'd you get them?
Can I still cast a minor illusion
Yeah, of
to
course.
help
Yeah.
deviate, so it's not
Yeah,
just
the more
you
the better.
running out?
At this
there?
point,
Yeah.
Baron's like started to like weave his way along the tree line and then through some debris.
Okay, so I'd
And
like
like
to cast.
he's in line of sight of you guys. And he can just like give a thumbs up when he's ready to go.
Okay.
You guys can just give a thumbs up back,
I'd like
and
to
then just
cast
kick the plant off if you want.
a minor illusion, but it's another Baron.
Okay.
Who's also doing your little dance around.
So there's potential to be 3
Yeah.
Barons at any one point.
Yeah.
I
But
can
I have
also
to-
A mirror image.
5.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Mirror image does me three.
Oh,
of
three
these
duplicates, yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
So
there you
I'm yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find
At least
this.
I could just add one more.
If need be, I can also do minor illusion.
Yeah.
If need be, I'm going to hold it back.
We could tie up all the heads together.
If I Tim, if I
Do
cast
To the
cast
Hydra?
out traits
Yeah.
on us,
Yeah.
and all the minor
Eat your
illusions
brothers.
are running around being obvious, if we then try and attack,
Mhm.
will the pass without trace go, or will we still be?
So, your stealth. Well, no. What will happen is during battle, if you try and hide, you need to take the hide action, and there also needs to be places for you to hide.
Okay.
So instead of attacking, if you want to try and like disappear, you and get around like some debris, you spend your action doing that. Unless, like you can use your hide action as a bonus action once per short rest, so you can still attack and then hide. But you need to be out of line of sight of the creature doing it.
Okay, that's fine.
Again, unlike you can do it like within sight.
Melt.
Or rogues can also do that as a bonus action as well. But you would still get your +10 to it, to stealth, if you were like hiding during battle.
I just wondered whether we could like openly attack, and he would be so distracted he wouldn't see us.
We can only but
I mean,
try.
If you start attacking it, depending on what like the intelligence the creature is, it would try and defend itself as best it could. So it depends like what it might go after.
That's fine.
I think you brought this up, but we never actually asked. Like,
Mhm.
is there trees? Is there something that we could like a
Currently you're in the
landscape
tree-
that-
Yeah, currently
so
you're in the
we're
tree line.
But where we're trying to direct the Hydra to,
Mhm.
are we? Is it all the exact same landscape around it? Is there a hill or something that we could direct it towards? Is there a waterfall?
Yeah, so this
I don't.
Water-
Somewhere
we
for it
didn't
to
ask.
die.
Yeah, somewhere that it could just fall off the cliff.
so
A convenient
yeah.
pit.
Fiery pit, even better.
this is a molten
just
Yeah.
a
pit of
big
lava.
sarlacc.
Where's
Yeah.
the nearest volcano, Tim?
So what? Yeah. You when you approached Longos in the first instance, it was deforested quite substantially, apart from the giant poles that are holding up the central dome, which is still relatively intact. There's still like 80% of them left, and around it there is still like the swamp and the trees therein, and this is like a raised part of the swamp, which is why it's dry and good to build on. But surrounding it, there are just bogs everywhere. The deepest sort of like body of water probably is like a good half an hour's trek in the opposite direction.
What?
But you can lead them into a swamp, which is all around the place, and it wouldn't take you too long to get them into a swamp.
You
Okay.
said that they would take it out to and submerge it in water and make it fight in water. Did that
Aye.
significantly reduce its?
No, it's still pretty hunch.
Okay, makes sense.
What's the dome made of?
The dome that it fought in it was a cage made of metal.
Okay.
But the actual dome itself, like the arena, is made of wood.
That's what I was looking for.
But then your brother will
Set light
get
to it.
burnt alive.
Well, then it's just a race against the clock.
I still think.
I'm not anywhere near this conversation, by the way.
No.
So,
no.
do we burn his brother?
So
I still
While he
think
tries to
we,
help
we
us?
I think that's great idea.
Who gets the brother?
yeah, somebody can get the
Go.
brother. We light this giant bonfire on fire.
We're currently leading him away from.
Whilst you're thinking it was through, I'm just going to create a little.
I'm just asking all the questions that I should have asked
do.
like 3 episodes
It
ago.
just given me a vision of like Baron getting 80 feet away, doing that, and then you just
And we're
light
like,
his brother on fire in front of him.
It's fine.
Okay.
Guys,
Sorry,
really
it's
good
actually-
guys.
Brief
It's
sneak.
I'm going to
probably
use
better.
Druidcraft to create a little campfire.
You.
Fire.
No,
It's for us to sit
Wait,
and
you?
talk.
Fire.
Why?
you did that?
Create fire.
Can I stamp on it? I need to get it out.
Yes, you stamp on it.
stamp on it, get it out.
Is that out?
I'm so sorry I said anything. We should have just ran around with the Hydra chasing us. It's fine.
That's a good question. Baron,
What's the
would
question?
you like to do a stealth check with advantage? Because the head itself is only occasionally peeking out of the wreckage and taking a look around.
Is that with all the minor illusions?
That's just him approaching to get 80
Okay.
feet away.
It's a 6.
Oh my
Oh.
god, with advantage.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh,
Uh,
I rolled a 5.
However,
6
And
beats
its perception is. Oh, where to put it?
minus.
There it is.
Plus
+7. I'd imagine.
Percepzione is plus 6.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Bye-bye.
so we'll hold the conversation right here because it's about this time that you are all talking, like snuffing out campfires and thinking about burning his brother alive. That Baron breaks the tree line and darts for one of the destroyed tap houses. Just like exactly the wrong moment because one of the heads pops out. Takes a look around and just spots this dwarf like jogging from the tree line and then stops. And then another head comes out and another one.
No. And he doesn't care about the other 4 barons.
Well, this is before like anything
Oh,
happens.
okay.
Yeah. This is just like the sneak for him to get
Okay.
across, to get in sort of like an 80-foot away hiding place. So you've got 6 seconds to decide what you want to do. Go.
Cool.
I'm gonna cast a minor illusion.
Diadem of blasting at the dragon.
How far are you guys away?
I don't know.
FYI.
In the tree.
We're
So
in the
Baron's
tree.
80 feet away, but you had to run to get to 80 feet, so presumably you're more than 80 feet away at this point.
How far away is the tree line from the Hydra?
So it undulates, depending on where you
Of
are.
course it does.
Of course.
Everything
Every
is-
episode, something undulates.
Undulates.
I can't help this. Everything undulates in this world. I didn't write
Everything
that.
undulates.
So it just like the tree line itself just snakes in and out, up and down, like varying distance between. So really, like the closest point varies depending on where you are on the tree line.
Okay.
So you could be, you could be at an apex point, which would be quite close to the town structure itself, but still far away
I
from the
feel
arena.
like
Or
we
quite close.
would be on the edge of
Glory.
being on the edge of glory. Like we would be on the edge of still hidden, but close to everything that's happening. So we're laying out what's happening.
Yeah,
like
that's what I presume.
what the plan of attack is. Whether that's a good plan of attack or not.
I mean, that's to be seen.
I'm going to climb a tree.
Okay.
You're bored of the conversation and you just start climbing.
I am. And I'm in trees.
So Scorching Ray has got a range area of 120 feet. So you
I
could,
thought that
I'd
as
say you could probably like,
Okay.
I could say like you're within 150 feet.
Yeah.
So you could run 30 feet,
Yeah.
or say 145 feet. You can run 25 feet and get to 120 feet away, and then cast Scorching Ray if that's what you want to do. Totally
That is exactly.
cool. So you can mark off Scorching Ray off the diagram and blasting. But before you do that, of course, I think we shall need to roll initiative.
At last.
Oh,
We all knew it was coming.
yay!
Oh, for the love.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Is it 3?
19. We're trading places.
So Pip, what do you get?
19.
Parter,
14.
Mike,
4.
4, Baron,
3.
3, Chat 2.
15.
Oh, cool. Air 1.
Oh,
No, I'm just saying the 4, 3, 2, 1.
15 for me,
15.
17 for Costas.
Of course, Costas. How could we forget Costas?
Oh,
Sorry, what
I
do you
forgot
have?
17 for Costas, 15 for me.
17 Costas. Oh, and the Revenant.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Goodness.
16 for them.
Every time.
Colonel Chip. Damn. Natural 20.
Yes.
That's my boy.
Daddy, no.
Just imagining against brotherhood.
Daddy, no.
Oh, I don't have a little. Oh, that's a shame. So let's put this order out. Unfortunately, I don't have a very unique Colonel Chip card for this, but then we have to make do with that. After that, we've got Pip. Then we have the Revenants.
Oh,
then
those
we
are
don't.
our buddies.
Costas is in the middle.
Our dead buddies.
Yeah,
That
Oh,
one.
yeah,
yeah.
it's Costas.
Our undead buddies.
Chad and Aya.
A boomerang?
Looks like a broomstick.
What's on the bottom of our undead buddies?
So that's.
That's one crouching down, no?
And then one crouching down with a short sword.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought the one
Did
crouching
you
down
say
was a
broomstick or
boomerang.
boomstick?
Boomerang.
I said broomstick, he said boomerang. I can see where you got that.
Carter.
Boomerang. Boomstick.
Aw.
Oh.
5, 4, 3. Me,
Oh.
Hydra.
Oh god.
This is the first time I'm seeing everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Bunch of weirdos.
Aren't we the weirdest people ever?
Sorry.
Tall, buff, weirdos.
We're lovable heroes.
We're a bunch of
weirdos. Hero.
Yeah, that Hydra's super weird.
Baron.
Tim, have you got
Oh,
enough space?
lasty.
I know, right? And then they go on your guys' turn, so we don't need to put them out. But we put them over there just so you can see them.
They're our friends.
Okay, there we go. That's your group of people.
Probably wish I wasn't the closest one to that.
I got you.
Why?
By making another one of you.
So immediately,
50-50 is
like,
better than nothing.
as soon as the Hydra spots you,
Mhm.
like Chip just hunkers down into his sprinter stance again and just runs straight forward, 80 feet, like directly towards you with his crossbow out and fires a bolt, the flaming bolt, and arcing up.
Bless him.
Your son's
Yeah.
He is. You should be a proud
He's a good
father.
boy.
Unless he kills his uncle.
Oh,
Wait till I get him home.
And in fact, that hits.
Your uncle.
He's definitely.
His his brother.
I turn around and go home.
He does 8 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage. I
Ooh.
think 14
Nice.
points of damage in total.
Oh,
So it can
wow.
take damage. It's not fire.
Yeah, he can take damage that's not fire. It's just if his head gets chopped off, and it's
He-
not fire.
Will regain
Yeah.
HP.
Ahead.
I will save you, Daddy Baron.
Aww. What about us still weird? No, it's quite nice now.
Pip, yep.
So diadem of blasting,
Yes.
but then I have extra attack. Tell me if this is too much to do in one turn.
So if you use your horn of blasting, your diadem of blasting, that's your action.
Okay.
If you're attacking in melee or ranged, you can use both your attack actions.
Okay.
So it's like spell or physical attacks.
Oh,
And you get 2 physical attacks or 1 spell.
or one spell.
Yeah.
Okay. This time I'll just do one spell then,
Okay.
and I'll just blast him.
Cool. I'll roll to hit.
Oh.
Blast him.
Why are we kids?
Blast.
9.
It's the last bad rolls of 2019.
9 in total.
Yeah.
So 1 misses.
Okay.
You get 3 rays though coming out of the.
Do I need to roll for all of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 4 plus 7
Okay. 11.
or 11 plus 7.
So the 18 that hits.
Cool.
Now
It's like,
for the first 2, can you roll me a D4?
1d4.
Yeah, for the first 2 rays. You don't want to get a 1.
Thanks for saying that.
Okay.
2,
Okay, and the second ray that missed?
You don't want to get one.
3.
Okay, so 1 goes off left, scorching ray misses the Hydra and goes off left, and the second ray misses the Hydra and goes just above it, and the second one you like calibrate it down, hit the Hydra right in the face. Do
Which
2d6
face?
fire damage. Face 4.
oh, I hate phase 4. That's the worst face.
Yeah.
The ugly.
Which
Now it's
one's the
prettier.
snitch?
That's face 7. New face.
Get out there.
Come.
New 7.
5. 5 points of fire damage. 19. Nice.
And then Bando.
Yes.
It's probably too early for him to do this, but while we're
Sorry.
waiting, if any like pieces of wood or anything that he can carry
Mhm.
gets set on fire, fly over, pick it up, and then just start like chucking them at him.
Okay, so you want to get him like quite close to like
Quite
hucking
far away,
fire.
but high up, and just like drop.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. So he's like 145 feet away, and then you move 25 feet. He can move with you about the same speed.
Mhm.
He'll double move and go 60 feet.
Cool.
So he's 85 feet away from the Hydra right now, sort of flying in kind of an upwards direction, like searching around looking for stuff, that kind of thing. Costas,
Say we're 145 feet
Yeah.
away.
your creature can double move if it wishes to. Gets his shuffle on.
He will have to shuffle.
Yeah.
He'll be quite embarrassed about it. He will move 40 feet because he'll double move because he's 20 feet.
Yeah. So you just.
Also,
He's 105 feet away now.
with my bless him, don't laugh at him.
What?
We love
You might get
him.
there by the
Yeah.
end of the battle.
Yeah.
His big crocodile butt is
So
heavy.
it's like a.
Butt,
His
huh?
little stumpy feet are just like
His
going
butt.
like this. But he's only going like very
So
slowly.
it's me, is it?
He like occasionally pumping his tail like a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Like just give him a little.
He thinks that's helping.
Yeah.
Aw.
But it's very erratic when he does it.
You say, oh.
Yeah, remember, he is filled with lava.
Yeah.
He ate my family.
There's a
And I
dwarf's
am
boot in his mouth.
Well,
was it
more like-
literally that him?
Yes.
Oh, I
Well,
can see how
it
that's
was people you knew rather than
And
the
they were
actual direct
bad
family.
people.
Part
But
of my.
We were all fighting them and hurting them. I just happened to feed their dead bodies to my
That was too
crocodile.
far.
Oh, dead bodies.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it okay. Why is that the line everyone draws?
Why are you going to bury them?
You're just going to let them
Maybe.
rot.
You don't know that.
Waste
I
not one.
don't. That's, yeah.
She was going to eat them.
Yeah, that was my dinner.
Oh, I see.
you took it away from me. Right, so your two undead companions. What kind of stuff will they do that'll help them out in
This
this?
question.
Why are they
Throw
here?
flaming wood.
Yeah, okay.
We've got build until they can.
That's
Like you-
Banner's move.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
I don't
They
think
learned
action.
from the flying
But they
monkey.
hate fire.
I don't think action
That's why
fist
they
will do
threw it.
anything.
Actually, I don't want it.
No, I think they're fine with it. Just going to run.
Away or
Ah.
towards.
Yeah, peace out.
Oh wait, yeah, bye. No, both of them are going to take off and run like zigzag their way through, like building to building. See how well they do
That's
stealth
not
wise.
for dead people.
So the one in like the full plate has a bit of a time of it. Again, ghost inside a corporeal body. It's quite lumbering, and the body itself is like decaying away. So it's just like stumbling over things. The hooded thing is weirdly dexterous. Kind of goes down onto all fours and just like scampers around, like weirdly. It's a bit off-putting. But they managed to get over to one building, so they're going to have to try it. It's going to take them a while to zigzag around. Chad, he's up.
So I can cast minor illusion within 30 feet
Yes, you
as a
can.
cantrip.
Yes,
That's at will.
yes, correct.
Would one of the heads, if we're all, you said 145 feet away?
Yes, roughly.
30 feet, would one of the heads recognize, would see something?
Yeah, with its elevation, with how
Okay.
tall it is, and looking in that general direction. There, they probably would see,
So I'd like to
potentially.
cast a minor illusion.
Of it's a 5 foot
This
cube,
guy.
so it can't.
Because it's as
So
big,
close.
right?
Yeah,
But, like,
it can't leave that 5 foot area.
that's fine. So I'd
But
like
it
to
can
cast him, like,
animate, like cockily,
yeah, sort of like,
jauntily onto one side.
yeah, like luring.
Because you could have him, like, in a 5 foot area, you could cast it with, like, 4 foot sticking out of a building and just have him, like, leaning out from behind a building. So it doesn't look like he just appeared somewhere.
Well,
It's like
yeah, I
jaunt-
don't want it to just be like,
Yeah.
poof.
Yeah,
It should
exactly.
be a little bit,
Or he's, like, opening the shutters. And
yeah.
he's in a building.
Yeah, but he should be sort of
Like that.
luring, like he's covered in butter or something.
Yeah.
That,
Why would you be covered?
because the hydras eat people.
You cast grease on your minor
Well,
illusion.
hold on.
Oh god.
What a treat.
What a treat.
She summoned a greasy man.
No, well,
Buttery
a
man.
tasty man.
You're
I summon a
calling
tasty
Baron
man.
They like
Uh,
eating people,
Tasty
but they don't
Baron.
know what butter is.
Hey,
Well,
he's
hold
covered
on.
in butter,
Hold
and
on.
he's dressed like a roast dinner.
Yeah, exactly. He's got an apple in his mouth.
Festive.
I taste.
I don't know
I cast a tasty baron. In a direction that is away from where
Real Baron.
still tasty. The real baron is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
You cool with that?
Mhm.
You all right?
So, like, it's a given that you cast it, no problem at all.
Okay.
You know
so
what
I
Baron
really
looks
built
like.
that up. Sorry.
But I would like you to do a performance check for how
Okay.
tasty you make Baron to look.
Great.
Oh my God.
Delicious.
You're the one good Robert.
Performance?
Yeah.
20.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You are
Like,
just delightful.
from like the Hydra hasn't really moved from where it is. So a lot of the structures around, like the general area, the immediate vicinity, they're all messed up. But a little bit further back, most of the places are all like in good nick. So it's completely silent because you've got an image or a sound. So silently, but dramatically nonetheless. Like you mirror image a minor illusion, a door, just like being, don't want to say thrust,
Undulated.
Just
Bit- bit- being-
Undulated open.
That's worse.
A door sachets open, and
Nice.
and a buttery dwarf steps out from the darkness,
Sorry, I was trying to help. For the record,
fists on hip,
do,
like beard,
do I have to
Dripping.
dark.
do
with
rhyme to cast
butter.
it?
Does he have any food on him?
Yes, you do. It's a verbal component to minor illusion.
Do
So.
it. Do it.
What's that there in the corner? Come on, guys, use your eyes. Is it a ghost or something more? Oh no, wait, it's just a dwarf.
I'm
that
into
work?
it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And so 2 or 3 of the heads that have now risen up like snap to one side and like look at the minor illusion that you just cast. And they kind of like start trying to pull the body in a different direction.
It's feeling like a major illusion right now.
Yeah,
Let's get it to rip itself in half.
major illusion.
Major.
Goes with Colonel Kip.
Aya,
I'm
after
just-
such a display, it's actually quite distracting for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And you hear a, Daddy, why are you covered in butter?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, I'm hungry. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
Hungry
channel divinity to add +5 to my weapon because
Okay.
I can't do anything from here.
Cool.
And I'm gonna walk 30 feet towards the
Yeah.
giant dragon.
So you keep like 10 feet back away from Costas, who's like doing his best to like.
I don't want to shame him
No,
by
yeah.
overtaking him.
He's
Yeah.
so precious.
He's like his
Pick him up on
his
your way
one eye
back.
that's on the left hand side of his head is like looking back at you, like, aren't I doing well?
You're doing really well. You're such a good boy.
When you first introduced him, he was so badass. And now he's just like this
Waddling.
defensive,
creature.
waddling crocodile.
What does it look like when you cast Channel Divinity on your already quite magical and horrifically bestial
Well,
flail?
it emits a bright light for 20 feet, and a dim light for 20 feet beyond that. So
it's
it's
just
quite.
It's just now glowing with this
It's
radiant
like
energy.
a big arrow that says "hit me."
Yeah,
Way to
Like-
draw attention to this here.
I am tank. So you're just trying to draw aggro right now.
And I'm spinning it as well.
Was
Ignore
making-
the buttery draw.
So, do you remember those like hollow tubes like when you were a kid that used to swing
Yeah.
around? And it would go,
It was so much fun.
yeah,
Doing that.
that's what's going on, but with a
I've got no idea what you're
with like a
It's-
40-pound flail.
Literally as exciting as it sounds.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a tube that go. So you-
doing.
Yeah.
Party
I'll
rings.
bring you in
You
one
were
tomorrow.
looking at me as if I know I knew.
Well, I'm just waiting for you to acknowledge the hollow tube.
It's
know.
exciting,
Yeah.
So, Parker,
like
what's up?
party rings.
What's up, my friend?
Mm.
How far are we? How far are we?
140, 145 feet.
Ooh. Right. I'm going to move forward.
Okay.
What is it? 30 odd feet?
Yeah.
How many? Yeah, 30 feet.
Mhm.
Still kind of behind building.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Sure.
And the only thing that I can really try and do is Moonbeam.
Okay,
I'm going to cast Moonbeam at it.
groovy. So that affects it on its turn.
Yeah.
Which is right now.
Oh, she.
Decapitate all the heads.
At once, Farter saves the day,
But,
miraculously.
And that song from Ghostbusters 2 starts playing. Oh, no,
Big
that's the
Ghostbusters.
first
Saving the day.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
I
it's
don't
talking
know.
about.
Okay. Anyway,
You're just singing the Ghostbusters.
so a silvery beam of pale light shines down the 5-foot radius, 40 foot high cylinder, centered on a point within range, which is 120 feet, and you moved your 30 feet, so you're well within range right now.
I'm not aiming for a
When
head.
it enters the spell area first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that causes searing pain. So it must make a Constitution saving throw or take some damage. Either way.
Well done, Farter.
So its Constitution is pretty high. I'm not gonna lie.
That rhymed.
14. What's your saving DC?
16.
It fails.
Ooh.
Mm.
I see.
So it takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save.
Be prepared for pain, my friend.
Says the pacifist to the dragon.
I'm doing this to save you from a lifetime of nastiness. 9.
9?
6.
6. So that is 25. 15.
And
Yeah,
That was-
maths. Sorry.
I was gonna take it, but
I assumed there was an additional calculation going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's like, yeah,
10.
I mean, it's
Additional
super
10 radiant
vulnerable to
damage.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
812.
So,
100,000.
Name a number between 1 and 7.
Don't trust him.
6. Okay. So on the left-hand side of its body, one of the heads that got split and then grew 2 back. As the moonbeam slams down onto it, it just sears the head off from the neck, like destroying
No,
the
it could be
head,
good.
severing it.
We'll see. if
Rolling
it's
off.
fireworks.
800 heads emerge.
We're watching. We're all like
Yeah.
this.
And it looks like heads try and grow, and then it just fails and just crumples up
Well
and
done.
dies.
I knew it.
I stand up.
Nice.
Oh no! Let's slide back behind the building.
Do
So
that
now
7 more times.
Oh, it
It's-
stays on it.
a 50-50.
Nice.
Yeah, you can use your bonus action to
Yeah.
move it around
What?
and just keep it going for the
Really
next 1 minute, and it's a concentration. So if you take damage, you've got to make a Constitution saving throw, etc.
I'm glad we spent so
what-
much time
That's
planning
good
this.
stuff.
And all
Yeah.
it took
You
was
got
you
that
just.
No
Boom,
one
beaming
asks
its head
the
off.
pacifist.
You were a pig.
It's now like 3 heads went over to the minor illusion
Yep.
and 4 heads were on you. One of those 4 heads is now dead. It's a 50-50 split on which way it's going to try and go. You or buttery you.
But remember one.
Yeah.
Buttery,
I know what I'd pick.
Yeah. So
I like dwarf.
let's say 1 through 10.
That's a
It's
big
you.
thing
11
to
through 20. 7.
Oh,
Manages to pull itself like the
could
heads
it
are still
resist
like
the butter
looking
there?
at you,
Yeah.
but it's just going after the first thing it saw.
Yeah.
So it bounds over towards you.
Neat.
However, it can only you're 80 feet away, so
Yeah.
it moves 30 feet,
Yeah.
Sucker.
and it's acid breath. How long? 30 foot.
Yeah. Crunch them numbers.
So it knows this. So it does it know that?
You know,
How
you said it
rubbish is it?
bounds
Yeah, it does.
over.
Yeah.
What does
Like a-
that
like a
look- what does
dog.
that- What does that look like?
It looks very much like what Costas is doing. 'Cause it's got like quite a crocodilian body.
Dun, dee, dun.
It's
a lot of-
yeah.
Dee, dun, dee, dun,
It
dee, dun.
just more climbing. It just bursts through the wreckage of the arena and out into the general area of Lumberghost, and just starts dragging its form across. All 7 heads snaking, 6 heads now, snaking around, like snapping at things it sees, like just bits of splintering wood it sees, motion out the side of its
Does
eyes.
that mean it's got a neck just flapping in the wind?
Well, it's kind of a forked neck because that was the one that got cut off.
So
And
one of the
then
heads is just getting slapped in the
Oh,
face.
he hit himself. Oh, he hit himself. It's getting very frustrated.
It's definitely head 7. That's the victim of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll double
Sorry,
move.
got to think about it.
Those
So
are
this thing
victim.
bounds towards you at speed and gets 20 feet away from you and starts snapping. Like its head's like snapping down in your direction.
It's scared
But it can't do anything else.
because it would have come straight up.
Mike. What's Mike going to do?
I'm up in a tree.
Yeah.
About 145.
Correct?
I don't do much. I'm admiring my view,
Yeah.
obviously, and
From up here, the damage doesn't look quite so bad.
it doesn't. I
And
can't.
also, like, if you get your finger really close to your eye, like, squish the Hydra. Squish the Hydra.
I'm really angry at that stupid sherbet guy that stole my job.
All right. Hamlet
Lovely
Sherfa.
Hamlet.
This
I'm
is
thinking
so
back.
irrelevant. Just for your reference.
not
Enjoying
even
it.
Yeah,
but-
all
It's
right,
not
good.
irrelevant. It's in the story.
Well, it's in the
And he
story.
stole my job.
It's
You just
yeah,
didn't turn up.
she's
did you?
totally
Because
right.
halflings
Yeah, she
taking my
I
job.
didn't go to work for a month and is mad.
It was like 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever.
2 days is
I'm
still pretty
really-
bad for going on lunch break.
I'm really angry. Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought my boss and I were friends. But
You
anyway,
know that the halfling is no relation to the dragon.
we don't trust him, do we?
It's true.
But I'm really angry, and so I'm gonna cast minor illusion, and I'm gonna imitate the
A
sound.
more
gonna-
buttery.
Yeah.
I'm
More
gonna
tasty looking.
imitate the sound of the dragon from my direction.
Oh, okay. What the sound of the Hydra? Like the kind of noise. Whereabouts? Like ahead of you, behind you, further into the woods, further out into the wreckage.
If it's heading towards Baron,
Correct.
where am I in relation?
Kind of behind Baron. Like basically Baron's in the middle between you and the Hydra.
Idiot.
I mean, you can send off to the left or right,
Um,
or behind you into the forest.
to the side, away.
To the left, to the left,
To the right.
to the right.
What's to the right?
Just more forest and a bit more of like just a bit more of that vacated Lumberghost.
What's to the left?
forest and a little bit more of the damage. That's always more towards the.
To the left.
Okay.
Can
left.
I also? I'm really, really sorry. If I want to use a sorcery point, is that an action or a bonus?
It depends what you want to use the sorcery point for.
I want to give Baron a sorcery point so that he can automatically succeed on the saving throw. Oh, another spell I cast. Forget that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
That's like if
saving
you're
throw
kind of
in
like casting a
general,
fireball
sorry.
at like him and the Hydra, and you could give him the ability to dodge out of the way better. Yeah. So just the sound. So you've heard it a couple of times. Roll a performance check to see if you can mimic the sound well enough to distract the other 3 heads.
14.
14. That's pretty good. Let's roll an insight. Okay. Like 2 of the heads that were on you, like look over to the tree line suddenly. So you just got one head line in the middle snapping at you. The other 2 are distracted. The other 3 are looking at the buttery dwarf.
Good thing for that.
Yeah.
Battery.
Talking of Baron, it's your go.
So this now feels like overkill because there's only one head looking at me, but I am going to cast mirror image.
Yeah.
So 3 illusory versions of myself.
So like
Pop
multiple
up.
man, you just kind of like
Yeah, like-
spread out, like fan out like cards.
Yeah. 4
Yeah.
of me. And simultaneously we all make the most vulgar dwarven hand gesture
Okay.
that I know. Yeah, that's the one. That's the very same. And then we cheese it.
Okay. Different directions. You just GTFO.
Well, I think they're supposed to, like, I don't know how well I can control their movement. I kind of assume they moved with me as sort of just like a confusing pack.
There's like a sort of an echo of you.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Move with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And mimic your actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like a line of you now.
Yeah.
Like a can.
Yeah.
And you just like,
So we're
spin
just
on
going to
spot.
chorus line it.
Yeah.
You can make 'em jazz hands.
Toward, I mean, sort of relative to my position where it sort of is everyone.
So just make things simple. You can just think about like you're in the middle, the arena's in front of you, and everyone else is kind of behind you.
I'm going to head toward everyone else.
Do you see a buttery version of yourself?
Do you react?
I do. And
You rolled
I
a 20,
do.
everyone saw it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I sort of. You see 4 identical dwarves identically kind of like stumble a bit and like
Why is one of us
then
buttery?
Man, I look
run.
good.
And like I mean to be honest, like if you didn't know any better, you could have sworn they picked up their pace a little bit. But yeah, I'm just gonna hoon it back towards everyone
Cool.
else.
Yeah, excellent. So you go your 25-foot movement backwards.
I do.
You're so distracted by like a greased up version of yourself. Like
Not
one
yet.
of the minor illusions on the periphery like clips through a building. Like just like his arm disappears through a wall and then goes out the other side. But the Hydra doesn't seem to notice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is your boy. He's looking very confused now. Like if he had eyebrows, they would be very much furrowing. But despite that, he still is running. Like the back of his calves are now open, and there's this red glow emanating from it, like sort of thruster jets. And he's just picking up speed as he's running towards you and kind of overtakes you. And yeah, he's going to jump. He can jump 3 times his height, and tries to uppercut the one that's like looking at you. And as he does so, his fist ignites into flame.
Shut the front door.
He's
Are you,
so
are you
cool.
proud? Are you proud, Dad?
He rolls a
No, I was
15.
telling him. Was he raised in a barn? What the hell?
And as he uppercuts him, like the ball of fire just erupts and just smacks the Hydra in the chin,
That's so cool.
We chose the right arm.
Yeah.
We chose the right. Oh.
and doing 15 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
As he just clocks the thing, and the entire head just like reels backwards.
Which head?
Oh, it would be. I can do this. 3. Number 3.
Good number, not quite a 7.
Yeah. No, 7's like looking at Buttery you.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
You had the
He
biggest
would.
chin.
7 would.
Number 7.
And then he completes
The
the
Gary Busey. Hydra heads.
he completes the arc and then falls back down like the back of his calves, like jetting out before he lands, and then lands on one knee, and it's
He's
like
so
in a pose, and like that just, like filters out.
Do I see this?
Yeah.
I make a mental note to teach him about hubris.
He is but an innocent babe and knows nothing of this.
Oh, he'll learn.
Bonus action.
Yes.
Cast Hail of Thorns as
Cool.
a second level spell.
Yep.
Um,
Awesome.
And then shoot him.
Hail of Thorns. Shoot him. I believe this one only like works if it hits, so it just keeps on going until you make a successful hit. So using your short bow.
Yep.
I think it's got 120 foot range, so you got no problem.
150 is a longbow.
Does that? Oh, longbow. Okay, good, fair enough. Yeah, rolled hit. You have 2 attack actions now, so you get 2 times.
So 20
20 will hit.
and 12.
12 does not hit, but the first one does hit, and Hail of Thorns goes off. So next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack, before the spell ends, the spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from a ranged weapon or ammunition, in addition to the normal effect of the attack, so it's 1d8. The target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it, which is no one currently. Oh no,
It's other hits.
Colonel Chip.
Oh.
But it's 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save.
Does it not affect his other heads?
Well, it's like a group,
Oh, okay.
so like they're not individual creatures that you can attack, but it's a whole really.
No,
They're so like they're so squirmy and like knotted in themselves. It kind of counts as one creature. So I'm gonna roll for Chip to save.
Ready for Chip.
Go on, Flesh Boy.
It's got +2, 16, DC 16. What's your spell save though? Spell save DC.
I always forget what that is, I'm sorry.
So on top of your spells, and I have like a spell attack.
15.
15, so it passes. So roll 1d8,
Plus 5?
Yep.
So 3 plus 5.
3 plus 5, so
And
that's 8.
then Hail of Thorns is 2d10.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, because it's second level.
Yes.
And Chip will only take half of this. Oh, I need to roll for the Hydrakönig. Fails. Got 8, 7.
So 2d10?
Yeah.
3. 1.
So 3, 4, so 27. But that means Chip only takes 2 damage.
Nice. He can
Yay.
cope with that, right? He's a strong boy.
Ow, why did you hit me?
I'm sorry, Chip.
I feel so sad now.
I'm so sorry. Is Bando achieving anything with his fire?
So he flew 60 feet on his turn. That moved there. 85 feet. And that double moved. So he's 25 feet away. So he can dive. Nothing's on fire in the immediate vicinity.
Okay.
Because it's moved out of that. So like anything that would be on fire would be in the arena. No one's cast any fire on its current location. But it is scouting around for like, so it can hover around looking for any like debris and stuff. Costas. Costas went 40, it moved 60, so it's 100, so it's 45 feet away. So he can get 5 feet away if he double moves.
He'll just move 20 more feet.
Yeah.
Because
You sure? Because if he moves 40...
But he might move again.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's just going to waddle 20 feet because he doesn't want to be embarrassed.
Can you roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please?
Oh,
No.
natural 20.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
Okay,
Cool, right? He's fine.
But then we don't know what that's for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not good.
The other two have kind of like disappeared from sight at this point, like with all the hubbub that's going on at the moment. You kind of lose track of them.
That's it.
Cool
Yep.
bargain we struck.
I think they got scared of the battery.
Chad.
Dwarf.
There's a lot of fire going on.
They're like,
Maybe they just let themselves into the back door and
Yeah.
are waiting
Maybe
inside.
they'd want to go hang out with Buttery Baron.
What do you think they're doing?
Well, you talk to them. Not me. I haven't met them.
You brought them.
They're your friends.
So, Shad.
Yeah, I.
Didn't jump.
How far away am I from a Hydra? The Hydra. Sorry, should I know that?
55 feet.
55 feet.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Which direction is it scampering.
So if you're like making a beeline for it, it's kind of like, say you're going in a north-northeast, it's going south.
Towards
Yes,
the Baron.
yes, in that kind of rough direction.
Grease. It's hard to beat.
God's sake.
Cast it now. What a treat. Slip and slide. Go for a ride. Whoever falls, remember I tried.
I hate this.
I cast Grease.
Greece has a range of 60
60
feet.
feet. Right underneath.
10 foot square. And
Slippery,
it is a
slippery.
huge creature, so it takes up 10 by 10
So
area.
Grease goes
straight
directly
underneath
underneath.
its crocodilian feet. Nice.
Why do you look at me like that? It works every time.
All that happens is we
True
fall
something
over.
thing.
Whose
Yeah.
fault is that? You
Um,
know where I
I'm in a
cast it.
tree, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
Do you want to move anywhere?
Um,
Like you're 55 feet away from it.
I'd like to move in the direction that it's moving,
All right, so like an interception.
but no. I don't want to
oh, just
go
back
into
up.
it
Just like
parallel.
run parallel.
Parallel to
yeah.
it.
So you're like jogging up that way and then
Yeah,
start jogging
but
backwards.
still sort of at a distance enough where it's not going to just.
Cool. Like you want to maintain that like kind of 55 feet, but
Yep.
like, yeah, cool. No worries.
Thank you.
Done. Aya.
How far away is he now from me?
So from you, you single move, so 30 feet, so plus 60, 90, 55.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
As well.
use lightning law.
Cool.
On him.
Yep. How does that work on a huge creature?
I don't. It doesn't actually specify.
Oh.
It just says in a
Seems
creature
broken.
of your choice that you can see within range, they must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards me, and then take 1d8 lightning damage.
Jeez. Yeah, it's just any creature. Okay, fair enough. Strength saving throw. What's your spell save DC? Top of your spell
My
list.
spell save DC is 16.
16. Strength save. 15.
Ooh.
So it works.
So he's.
So it gets pulled. Like, as it's chasing after you, you just see this like Wonder Woman-esque like lasso of truth go around its
cool.
its single like number 3 head,
Leash.
and it just gets slid like 10 feet off like into a building. It just destroys this building. As you're just like digging your heels in, just pulling back on it.
Uh-oh.
Do 1d8 lightning damage.
Oh wait, so
Oh, no,
only if it's
within
within 5 feet of me.
Yeah, so you're just like pulling it like, off its course.
You're so strong.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're pulling what is effectively like a
Yeah.
like an 8-ton creature sliding
Like
across.
it's nothing
It's
as
right
well.
Yeah.
after they just walked on Grease. What a coincidence.
Oh yeah, you just like it's super.
Loosened it up.
We should have done it with
Basically got it
disadvantage.
open for you. Just crack it in.
She's actually like frustratingly, she's pulled it completely off of the crease. But
So
And what's the
guaranteed
guessing
one
that
of these
somebody's-
guys is going to slip on that Grease.
As always, and
Yeah.
yet you still
Usual.
cast.
so as a bonus
It was
action,
the
would you like
perfect
to
plan.
move your moonbeam 60 feet onto it?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Done. And what would you like to do with your action?
First off, I see the Grace. I'm like, note to self. Oh, you're not going anywhere near there. Last time I ended up crying and everything.
As a horse, too.
Yeah. And I might turn into a horse tonight. I don't know.
Max Jag.
How far? I'm so lost at where it is and where I am.
So you use a moonbeam, so you only went 30 feet, so and then it moved 60, but it's moved 10 feet close to you, so it's 70, 100. It's
So
45
exciting.
feet away from you.
45 feet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So much
Every-
fun.
I'm gonna conjure animals.
Yep.
I'm gonna do 2 beasts.
Okay.
At a
Cool.
challenge
Mama.
rating of 1,
Much like your brown bears.
but it's gonna
Cool.
be 2 giant octopuses.
What?
All immediately die.
I am not
Put 'em in
going
the
to
grease.
say anything. So yeah, cool.
You do. They're out of water.
Sure.
No, yeah, you did it.
They
You
can
said it,
hold
you did it.
breath.
He's had enough time to look at
They
his
don't have
spells.
to be in water.
Roll
And
initiative for them.
Tim's so excited about
The perfect plan.
They got tentacles. They can hold the heads.
Put them in the grease, they'll move quicker.
Just like stun on the buttons like
Yeah.
dogs.
Like
9.
octopuses.
Oh, they just do like they're
Put
one
them
group.
together.
Oh,
So
Just like
9
planned
plus
it.
the.
Hydra
We're
not
gonna have to
going
find
in
out what other
octopuses sliding through it.
he wants.
Just be
Um,
useless octopuses
I
in
found
a pile
it,
of
I
grease.
think.
You done it?
Well, I
Is
did
it
it. I
giant
did it on
octopus?
Beast Companion. Yeah,
Is
giant
it
octopus.
Giant octopus. Okay. What's his dexterity?
Dex is 13 plus 1.
Plus 1, so 10. So you get above, but below.
It's got 52 hit points each.
What?
Nice.
That's more than
Below
us. Like, put
Parter.
together.
Why are they so strong?
Because they're giant octopuses.
So they go
Can-
here.
Hmm.
Andy.
Yeah.
Cast
And
them
they're
in the
literally like-
sky so they fall
Yeah.
onto the Hydra.
Yeah. Fly, my beauties. From nowhere, the octopus.
Suction them back to the grease.
I love animals.
Giant octopus.
You said you wanted to be
Range
killed.
area 60 feet.
They're
So
not
you
real.
can actually put it on top of them if you want to.
Just on their heads.
Hold breath when out of water, it can hold its breath. So as soon as it appears, they're like. So you can actually have it. So they do just appear like 5 foot above the Hydra and just go
100%.
onto them.
That's exactly what I had in mind.
Okay. Why don't you do a tentacle attack? +5 to hit.
I get what you're laying down.
So I rolled a 9. What's that?
9, so 14.
14.
So I don't think that'll hit.
Oh, God damn it.
We get to do it twice.
Can I roll luck?
Yeah, if you want to. If you want to use
I'm
your
definitely
second luck
gonna
point
do
of the day.
that. Definitely doing that.
Just
No
wanna see the
problemo.
octopuses in action.
I want to see the
Cough.
octopuses in action.
That's fine.
Didn't really help.
Made it worse.
11.
bad.
Which definitely doesn't hit.
What do you get?
Why are we rolling so badly?
Because that's
He's
awesome.
rolling amazingly.
Because he's a professional.
That's not how rolling works.
So what's the second one?
11.
11, yeah. Okay, so they just go, and they're so startled that they just kind of like cling on to the 2 of the heads, and they're just like riding. Like, it's 2 giant octopuses.
Wondering why the
Octopi,
Hold in there.
I don't know.
You'll have another go in a
Yeah,
minute.
these things are large as well. They're not like they're like
Giant.
Yeah.
Octopus. Giant
Yeah.
octopus.
they're like their tentacle spans are like 15 foot tip to tip,
What?
Exactly what I was
and
hoping.
they just start wrapping like this creature up.
Well done.
And then its go. I want you to do. Well, I've got to do the moonbeam.
It's literally
This
just there
is
looking
cool
at
for
you
me.
going,
Well, hopefully you don't moonbeam your own octopi.
You will.
oh.
Yep, you do that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you will do.
They're going to be in the line of fire anyway. They're on the
Yeah.
They're
thing
not-
we're trying to kill.
They're not real.
What are their names?
They're not real.
Bongo.
No.
Katrina and Dave.
Right, roll 2d10.
Sloppy and oppy, all right?
2D.
Huh?
2d10.
2d10.
Yeah.
A 4 and a 1.
4 and 1, 5. So it takes 5 points of damage.
Fluffy and Hoppy.
There it is.
I also need to do 2 Constitution saving throws.
Oh, sorry, Sloppy. Sorry, Hoppy.
So plus
D10.
1,
Oh, what?
d20. Twice.
D20, yeah. Sorry, brain went dead. 14 and a 3.
What's your spell save DC? 16. So they both take damage. So they both take 10 points of damage. So they're both down to 42 hit points.
Okay.
Fortunately, you just put it over the Hydra over what it needed to lose another head. So the moonbeam again just like slides over and just slams down on one of the other
7 turns
heads,
of this.
slamming down on head number 4 that was looking at Buttery Baron,
Oh.
and just takes one of those heads clean off again, and it shrieks. And again, because it's taken fire damage from Colonel Chip, it tries to regrow and then it just withers and dies. The stem.
I love how with your turn you create a moonbeam that chops off its head, and then 2 octopuses that
Like
do
really
nothing.
useful.
And then Sloppy
There's
and
some
Hoppy.
no
all
in
the
between.
animals you want. It's fine.
Nature is a powerful thing when you know how to use it. I have not
Um,
laid my hands on that animal. I have not harmed it myself.
So it's got 5 heads left. One's only one is looking at you. No, one's now looking at your son.
One's been punched in the jaw.
Yeah. 2 looking Buttery. So we've got 1 in 5 chance. So 2 are looking at the forest. So it's got 1 in 5. So 1 to 2. Oh yeah, I'll take it. 1 to 2. So it actually snaps down at your son and tries to tuck into him.
I hope he catches his jaw and rips it. That's me,
That's
not
a
Parter.
fist.
No, that's me, not Parter.
So it makes 5 bite attacks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Selfish.
That's a plus. Oh, that'll hit. That'll hit.
So
That will. That'll hit.
I'm a terrible father.
That'll hit.
You
Yeah,
sent,
they all hit.
Oh.
you sent your son up.
Doing 50 damage.
Oh. How's
50.
Yeah.
How's,
Does
how's he,
every
how's he
head-
doing?
Yeah, every head just goes snap, 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 like bullets down onto it. With every hit, like Colonel Chip, just like there's bits of like his like armor falling off, like
Probably should've
cripples one of his
protected him.
arms,
Right, we've got 2 more.
delves into its thigh, and he starts like trying to drag himself away.
Oh, son.
Yeah, He's looking pretty ruined.
Yeah, it's.
Wasn't one lassoed up though?
It
Or
was
did
being
he get
dragged
through?
with it, but it's being dragged like the base of its neck, and because it's so
That's good.
snaky and serpentine, like each of these heads are, like sort of 20 feet long, so it can just like
Mm.
snap down.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, just about. But he's looking in really bad shape.
Should you put anyone got healing spell?
Could very quick.
Just chuck him a berry.
Oh, yeah, good.
I'm gonna use expeditious retreat to
Okay.
get closer to it.
To
Get closer to it.
oh right, okay.
So I jump down
Yes.
and tell Phantom, stay.
Okay.
I'm not losing you again.
Oh.
Phantom stays up in the tree, and I as my bonus action, run as fast as I can.
Yeah, bonus action. Dash action. Yep. So you can get down the tree and
Yep.
across, and within like sort of 40, 35, 40 feet of it. Is there anything else you want to do? You did a bonus action and a move. You still got an action left.
Oh, interesting.
Did it ever have to throw a dexterity saving throw for the grease?
Next, it got pulled out of the grease.
That's handy.
Okay.
Chaos bolt.
Roll. Do I need to roll for that?
Target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage.
If.
Choose one of the d8s.
So do you need to do a ranged spell attack? Yeah, ranged spell attack. Right, roll a d20
9.
in total,
What am I plus again?
plus your spell attack modifier,
Sorry.
to be at the top of your spell list.
13.
13. So it just misses and just goes off into the distance.
Someone
Baron.
give me inspiration.
How far am I away from the Hydrakönig now?
So you turned and ran. It tried to. It hasn't actually followed you. Oh, no, it got pulled off course, and then stayed with him. It would have pulled. It would have gone back. So you're still 25 feet. Well, no, you're 20. And then you move 20, so 45 feet.
Okay. I'm going to move toward it. I'm really sorry I didn't write down the casting range on Thunderwave.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Because you can always turn and go back if you need to.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking.
you can get within 20 feet.
Yeah.
Thunder Wave is. Oop, come on.
I've got this.
You vamping?
So
I'm just doing that from
15
behind the
foot.
house.
So you
Yeah, I know it's a 15-foot cube. I just don't know how far away I can come.
oh, it's self, but so
Oh,
it
it's
comes
self.
from you, but it's in a 15-foot cube out
Yeah.
from you.
So
So
I
you're just
can't-
5 foot shy,
Oh well.
probably. Yeah, what did it do? So you were 80 feet away, it moved 60, you were 20, then you turned and ran, 45. And then, oh no, it got slid
It got slid.
that way
The greens.
for 10 feet, so it would have been, so it's actually just in range.
Oh,
Because it got slid diagonally, so it would have gone
Well
5 foot that way and 5
Good
foot
job,
that
good.
way.
Good
Okay.
job, got a
It was all
nice
her.
DM.
well done.
I'm going to cast Thunderwave, but I'm going to kick it up to a 3rd level
Nice.
spell slot.
So you get 4d8 thunder damage if it fails its Constitution saving throw.
It does, yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does
got a
fail.
14. What's your spell save DC?
13.
Oh,
I think that's still 2d8.
well, you still do 48 and you just half it.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, well, then that's
And it doesn't get pushed.
6 and 3 is 9. Plus 3 is 12. Plus 3 is
No, all the threes.
Keep
So
15.
That's
15,
not
so
bad.
14, 7. Boom. So yeah, it's this thunderous clap as it, oh right, because Chip's right there as well
Oh, yeah.
in that cube.
Oh God. I can kill my own son.
Well, the good thing is he passed.
Uh-huh.
So he only takes half the damage, right?
But the
Yeah.
bad news being,
He's on 1 hit point
Oh no.
as you just this thunderous wave claps and it just like pushes him, like stumbles him forward and like he doesn't land in his face, but he just drops to 1 knee and goes, "Daddy, why? It hurts so much.
yeah, sorry.
Please no."
Shit.
And like it's just sparking, like his arms half hanging off.
This is
Whoops.
horrendous.
I'm really genuinely mortified.
So Oh, God.
With his last
can't
hit
even-
point.
Why?
Oh, yeah. He's like, but don't worry, I will save us. And then, like, his still one good arm, like his crossbow arms are completely fucked. So he just ignites his hand, and he decides to overcharge it,
Oh no.
and like his internals start spinning, and he starts glowing with this red energy from the inside.
This is
And he
an Iron
crouches right
Giant shit.
down and just jumps as hard as he can straight into the middle,
One punch, Chip.
and he hits, and then there's just massive explosions. And like anyone looking in that direction, their eyes just go white, and you just have to put your hand up, and completely whites the whole landscape out. And when the dust settles, there's just a crater where the two used to be.
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger. We have the technology. I have a bunch of limbs.
Your uncle's going to be so angry with you.
We have a lot of flesh in this town.
Just give him the arms.
He was flesh and metal.
I'm
Just
just
give him the arms to take with him.
without saying
Like-
anything. I'm just gonna start walking towards where I know my brother is. Just gonna be like plod.
Um, so yeah, everyone's ears are ringing at this point. Anyone's looking that direction, just like they can just see spots.
Don't walk over the grease, though.
Well, the grease, the entire patch is on fire at this point because just the
Okay.
explosions.
I know what it is, yeah.
Everybody else has slipped on my grease before. I don't want you to take a
It's like,
dramatic leave. And
You
then,
you got knocked back, even though you're 15 foot away. You got knocked back like onto your butt. Like all of the houses that are around the area just been kind of leveled. There's like this massive shockwave just gone out, and all that happens is just like a couple of like the dead Hydra heads just land, and just chunks of meat start raining down. And you can see like in between them, there's like little bits of piece of metal.
I spit on head 7 as I go past.
I make a corpse angel again.
Okay.
We're the good guys, aren't we?
yeah.
I like
That's what we keep
making-
telling ourselves.
If it isn't clear by now.
Mhm.
But fortunately, you have defeated the Hydra at the price of a new friend.
Your son.
Sacrifice. But
But it was for love.
did you find your
You
brother?
did teach him that.
He was one day
You
old.
climb your way. He was born today.
It was
Um,
his birthday.
on his birthday.
Easy to remember though.
Yeah.
You know.
True. You climb over the wreckage that once was the arena, and you see like the 20 or so prisoners that are left there. Your brother runs over, like heavily, like bruised and beaten. He's obviously been quite his fair shares of fights, and also like, the collapse hasn't really done them any favours.
Yep.
But you let them all out, and the prisoners graciously leave. Some of them carrying each other, some of them suffering a bit more than the others, and you have successfully liberated the town.
And destroyed it. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean,
Who did we
killed the bad
liberate?
guy. Yeah, well, liberate the prisoners from their hold.
We were
Of
going to kill them
Lumberclass.
anyway.
Yeah.
Very much in
Well, they don't
Technically,
need-
we
they don't need to know
slaughtered
that.
the whole village.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
we
Because
did
we
it.
released the dragon. The
But
dragon then killed
we
everybody.
did it.
Yeah.
Also, Chad, do you want to do a perception check? For me,
Oh, it's going to be Lumbergast.
Oh.
18.
as you're picking your way through like the wreckage and so forth, in the arena you just see this familiar like metal skull cap like just buried underneath all the wreckage. And when you pull like a couple of the beams over, you recognise like the bloody and bruised and dead face of the person that attacked you all those sessions
Revenge.
ago.
It's a weird way
Yeah.
of getting it, but we did it.
And when you
Is that
pull the
what
rest of the beams
cost?
off, you just find out that it's just like a torso and one arm and his head, and then the rest of him's just
That
missing.
feels good.
He's been completely bitten in half by this.
I'm angry, I'm angry for you that you didn't get to kill him.
I am a little bit too, but I feel like, in a way, I killed him.
You
Mm.
caused
We all
of
killed
this.
him.
Yeah.
Together.
You killed him.
But you do feel that kind of familiar and like reassuring motion on your back as the half elves is like struggling inside.
You can still kill him.
I can still him.
Good guys.
Good guys,
guys.
good guys. Misunderstood.
So talk amongst yourselves for a second, like decide how you want to wrap up like this Lumbergostian.
Do you want to find your brother?
I've already got him.
Yeah,
haven't I?
he's
he's
out.
out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You say
I
he
feel
left.
like as far as I'm concerned, you see us walking away, and on the wind you hear a shout of "Goodbye forever," because we're way out.
Best
Frankly,
friends now.
I feel like the brothers Braun Anvil.
Well-
we're gone. We're out.
We'll call you.
So you see two dwarves. Whew.
Send us your Christmas card.
Just remember, we are the good guys.
If anybody asks,
You
Uh,
did this.
you did this, not us.
Where's Sloppo and Uppo?
You helped us.
I believe you have these as well.
Oh yeah. I feel like
You come
come
running
back.
over the crest of the hill, you see like one of the dwarves sort of hesitates, and then just sort of waves, and then lofts a sack into the air, and then drops it, and then does that, and then leaves.
He hates us.
That's a dwarf of you.
I thought he was your friend. Is it because you ate his lemon tart?
He was waving. He was just waving from his nose, wasn't he? Is that right?
And then
Dwarves always
Should
say
we go
that.
see what was in the bag that he dropped?
Yeah.
probably.
No, you just swore at us.
Let's go kill
We killed Bear.
I cast Moonbeam.
I cast Grace.
Presumably you go look in the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Everyone finds a thing. I think they were neatly labelled
Of course.
in like a very dwarvish script
Yeah.
of the common hand.
So
With
we
just
can't
like
tell
a-
who's in
we
it.
No. The handwriting is very
Like
dwarven,
angular.
but it
Ah.
is in the common tongue.
Okay.
Right, okay.
And it's just sort of like approximations of people. It's like whispers a lot,
Whispers.
very very green. You know, like
Very
so you
green.
know whose is for
Oh,
who.
right.
Knives and drinks. Sorry you threw up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sleep
Oh,
touch.
thank you.
Thank you, rude
So we
dwarf.
shout, thank you.
We'll do that back to you because we think it's funny.
Thank you. Character of the minute here. Fuck off.
We did it, guys. Another successful saving.
Yeah.
Where's our dead friends?
They
Your
ran off.
dead friends.
They ran away.
Oh,
Yeah.
they like appear like when the whole thing explodes. They're on the opposite side. And they just get like pushed back. They managed to sneak all the way around, and they were like ready to like jump on him
Oh,
on the third round, and then it just exploded.
I shout, we did it.
Give you the thumbs up.
Oh.
Shrug.
I'm looking around for Sloppo and Uppo, where are
Oh no, they're gone. They're
They're
gone.
gone.
Obliterated.
They
they?
Yeah.
I've got no luck with conjuring animals.
Yeah. It's more like torture than conjuring them.
You should definitely just keep conjuring them, though.
I've got a lot to come out.
Good.
That's true. So, thanks for joining us for the special Christmas and New Year's combo episode. Special thanks go out to Johnny for joining us as our special guest.
Thanks,
It was
Johnny.
my
Thank you.
very great pleasure.
I'm really,
Lovely character.
I'm really sorry that you had to put up with us.
I'm really sorry I killed my own son.
Yeah. No, that's
We all make
No one
mistakes.
wanted it to end this
No.
way.
Deep.
yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Come back again.
Yeah.
Back.
Baron might not. But, we'll see.
We'll find him, don't worry.
We will find
Yeah,
him.
I'm sure you will. Oh, God.
He was a lot darker than you once knew him. Very introspective and morose. Jaded to the world. So yes, I would like to thank my players Ellie, Josh, Annie, Johnny, Khalil and Alice. Would you like to plug your social media? Now is an amazing time to do so.
At Ellie
At MCM Josh.
At Annie_squirrel.
Sorry, at Join Dicebreaker, please subscribe to our YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Yay.
Do it.
Icebreaker.
Do it. Great.
At 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I now have to say mine.
I only brought one, sorry.
Always.
You can have this.
ALUCYE.
And our MCM
Don't do
underscore Tim. That's you. MCM underscore Tim. That's me, not him.
Or are we the same person?
We are all
Who
Tim.
knows?
We are the
Just a
same.
rapid flash between the
Clever
two.
camera work.
Okay, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Remember, if you don't know what to do, just roll over and done.
Thank you.
Well done, everyone.
you.
Awesome.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
really good fun.
Thanks,
Thank you so
man.
much for
Thanks,
having me
Ellie.
on.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Thanks for
for
coming.
coming.
Thanks for doing
Yeah.
up so much time on it.